7 Psychological Reasons Why Introverts Are Insanely Attractive to Others. And look, introverts out there, you're probably pulling this off without even trying, without realizing how much quiet power you're actually wielding. If you're the type who recharges alone, who thinks before speaking, stick around, because these aren't just fluffy compliments, they're rooted in how human psychology actually works. Let's dive in. Number 1, and this one's pretty much the foundation of the whole thing, introverts are mysterious as hell. And it's not because you're trying to be enigmatic or playing hard to get, it's just what happens when you don't broadcast every single thought. When you're quiet in a world full of people oversharing, people can't read you like an open book. That creates uncertainty, tension, curiosity. Psychologically, mystery is magnetic. Studies on attraction show that uncertainty about someone's inner world activates the brain's reward centers the same way anticipation does. It's like a slow-burn dopamine hit. So when someone can't quite figure you out, their brain keeps coming back for more. You're not boring, you're a puzzle they want to solve. Number 2, introverts are exceptional listeners, or at least they come across that way, and that's half the battle. In conversations, especially one-on-one, you naturally hold back, let the other person talk, fill the silence instead of rushing to fill it yourself. Everyone craves being truly heard, it's one of the deepest human needs, backed by attachment theory and decades of therapy research. When an extrovert is busy planning their next story, the introvert is actually present, nodding, asking follow-up questions that show real engagement. That makes people feel seen, validated, important. And feeling seen is one of the fastest ways to spark emotional attraction. You don't have to be a therapist, you just have to not interrupt. The number 3 thing, and this one gets interesting, introverts often project quiet power and control. In social dynamics, the person who speaks less tends to hold the psychological upper hand. It's a classic power move. Think of how negotiators are trained to stay silent after making an offer, because the other side will fill the void and often concede more. When you don't rush to explain yourself or seek approval, people subconsciously read that as confidence, self-assurance, emotional stability. You're not needy for validation. That restraint creates tension, and tension is the fuel of attraction. The less you say, the more weight your words carry when you do speak. Number 4, this one's a little controversial, but it's brutally honest. Introverts give themselves far fewer opportunities to say stupid, annoying, or embarrassing things. Let's be real, the human default is to be kind of annoying sometimes. We all say dumb stuff, overshare, make bad jokes, regret it later. Extroverts, because they talk more and process externally, just rack up more of those moments. Introverts, you think first, speak second, or third, so statistically, you filter out a lot of the cringe. People don't see the mental drafts, they only see the polished version. So they think, wow, this person has their act together, they don't ramble or overshare. It's not that you're perfect, it's that you're better at hiding the mess. And in a world of chaos, that restraint looks like quiet strength. By the way, if you're already nodding along and enjoying this breakdown, do me a favor, hit that like button real quick. It helps the algorithm show this to more fellow introverts who need to hear they're secretly winning at attraction. Thanks. Number 5, introverts are deeply introspective, which means you tend to have a lot more of life figured out, or at least appear that way. You spend serious time alone processing emotions, relationships, big questions, random interests. That internal work builds self-awareness, emotional intelligence, depth. Psychologically, people are drawn to those who seem to have an inner compass, because it signals maturity and authenticity. Extroverts might chase external stimulation, you chase understanding. When you drop a thoughtful insight in conversation, it's not surface level, it's earned through reflection. People think, this person gets it, and that perception of depth is incredibly attractive in a shallow scrolling world. Number 6, because you genuinely enjoy your own company, you come across as effortlessly independent, and that reads as cool. You turn down party invites not out of sadness, but because you'd rather read, create, think, or just exist in peace. Other people project all kinds of meaning onto that. They must have better things to do. They're too cool for small talk. They don't need anyone to validate them. Psychologically, autonomy and self-sufficiency are huge attractors. Evolutionary psychology links them to high mate value. People want someone who can thrive solo, because it means you're not clingy or desperate. You can have a whole party in your head, and that quiet, self-contained vibe. It's magnetic. You might worry it makes you seem aloof or antisocial, but more often than not, it makes people think you're intriguing and high value. Number 7, and this one seals it for a lot of people, introverts are selective with their attention, so when you do give it, it feels special and rare. You're not talking to everyone, laughing at every joke, adding everyone on socials. You pick your people carefully. So when an introvert listens to you, engages, opens up even a little, that person feels chosen. Chosenness is powerful. Psychologists call it the scarcity principle in social attraction. Something rare feels more valuable. The extrovert might spread their energy everywhere, you concentrate yours like a laser. That focused attention makes the other person feel uniquely seen, important, almost privileged. They think, this mysterious, deep, self-assured person chose to spend their limited social energy on me. Instant emotional pull. Look, if you're an introvert watching this, stop thinking you're at a disadvantage in the attraction game. The world might be built for extroverts, but psychology is on your side. Your quiet nature isn't a flaw, it's a feature that creates mystery, depth, power, and genuine connection in ways loud energy often can't match. Might I suggest a book, if you want to dive deeper into this? Grab Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking, by Susan Cain. It's basically the Bible on why introversion isn't just okay, it's a superpower. Get it on audiobook, if reading feels too extroverted. Thanks for watching. Stay mysterious, stay deep, and stay attractive. See you in the next one.